Welcome to Be the Light 365 and Pastor Jay. We're on Holy Thursday. Now this is the day of crucifixion. Most people say Friday, but that doesn't add up because Jesus said himself in Matthew 12:40 that he would be just like Jonas in the ground for 3 days and 3 nights. Well, if you did on Friday, then that would have been Monday morning, not Sunday morning, which we call Easter Sunday. So it's actually today is when Jesus goes through all the stuff he does for us and kind of takes on our sin. First thing he goes to is he goes to the garden right after the Last Supper, and that they say that's around 11 or 2 o'clock in the morning. So he goes for 3 hours and starts praying to God to take this away from him. And he checks on his disciples. They were sleeping most time. Then he comes back, and then but they say around 5 o'clock, Jesus gets arrested. Now, he is taken from there over to the temple, to all the Sadducees, Pharisees, so they can, Caiaphas and them, and they go through the whole thing and ask him who he is. Is he the Son of God? And when he says it, they call it blasphemy, and they take him then straight to Pilate. He gets Pilate around 7 o'clock. Now, Pilate tells him, there's no reason to crucify this man. He's done nothing. But they keep hollering for it. They decide, so Pilate, what he does is he goes and has him whipped, scourged. Well, and brings him back. They're still not happy. They want him crucified. So Pilate makes a deal and said, okay, then I'll let you have the thief, which is Barabbas, or Christ. They pick Barabbas. This is how it usually goes. Everybody always follows after evil. They always want these evil people let out of prison. Think about it. Okay, and then around 7 o'clock, after he's been gone through all this, they decide to take him to the hill of Golgotha. So by 7 o'clock, he's on the cross, or 9 o'clock, by 9 o'clock, he's on the cross and crucifixion starts. Now he's there from the cross until noon. That's when the sun grows dark. And then at 3 o'clock, Jesus says, why, my God, have you forsaken me? And then he gives up the ghost, and a little after 3, and then they break his legs. They start putting him in the ground. I think he's in the tomb by about 4 o'clock. That's what they're saying. So that kind of gives you today what Jesus went through. All the scourging, all the stuff like that, everything that he went through that day. All those hours. Think about it. All those hours leading up to his purpose. Because he came to take our sins, and he did. And he didn't even rebel against them. In other words, he didn't say a word against people. He went to the cross for me and you.